Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here in the channel shows more. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to the channel shows more. Please remember to keep the comments just not offensive. If you're not subscribed to the channel shows more, please hit that bell notification to get notifications when the channel receives upload. Yeah, so there's a story that Sony is, stopping physical copies of games in 2028. So after New Year's Eve of 2027, and when that ball drops and it gets to be the year of 2028, that will be where Sony put the stop to releasing physical games for the next gen PS6, I would imagine. If that's what the if that's what the new console is going to be. Now, yeah, I have to say this is probably a bad marketing strategy for Sony right there, because as you could see, physical games don't really take up much space. So, like, if you have a AAA game and you wanted to buy it as a physical copy and a physical disc or whatever, then you could actually save yourself, like, space in your gigabytes or terabyte hard drive and store more. You could store more digital games that you wanted. But I don't understand why Sony's doing this. I don't even think it's a good strategy for them at all to be doing this. I mean, Nintendo and Sony, they're still going to be making physical games when they continue to release new games that are to be in development. Alright, so I just don't know why that would be such a wise idea. Now, what I did with Nintendo, when I bought Monster Hunter Ultimate, I was using my head with this. Now, Monster Hunter Ultimate takes up space in your gigabytes system memory. I believe it'd be system memory. And yeah, it turns out that when I bought the physical copy of Monster Hunter Ultimate, it turns out that I did not take up any gigabytes from doing that. So, yeah, it doesn't really make sense that Sony would actually stop with this. I mean, people still buy physical games. They still buy physical releases. Like, they purchase the console cartridge or the disc that it comes in, which by the way, Monster Hunter Ultimate was out for the Nintendo Switch, but back in the day that Nintendo used discs was during the GameCube, Wii, and Wii U era. That was the only time. Then Nintendo decided to just go back to cartridges. And yeah, I can understand why people have a problem with discs. If they get scratched up pretty badly, then the laser can't read them anymore. Which is, I can see why Sony would actually want to go digital. But still, I think that they should keep on making discs. Alright? If you don't want to use your gigabyte and terabyte hard drive, then buying the physical copy of the game and then putting the disc into your disk drive of a PS6 or a PS5, I would say, yeah, that would be like a smart idea. To still buy the physical games. But in 2027 or 2028, you will no longer be able to buy digital or physical copies of the game. If you want to continue to buy the games at a GameStop or whatever and stuff, you're going to get that as a cartridge. No, I'm sorry. What I'm saying here is you're just going to get a download code, which is to download the digital copy of the game. And why would they give you a digital copy at GameStop? Well, or any retailer that has games, such as like Best Buy or Walmart or whatever, you name it. Any store that has like digital, digital tech and games, you will just get that as a digital. You just get a digital download code to download the game because, as you know, Sony's quitting with the digital releases of games and the physical copy of games. I mean, you'll no longer be able to get them on disc. Now, Nintendo and Microsoft are not gonna, I don't think they're gonna be doing the same strategy as Sony is anytime soon. I say Nintendo and Microsoft are going to still release games. Nintendo releasing digital cartridges, or like physical cartridges of games, and Microsoft releasing physical discs of games. Which I have to say, Nintendo and Microsoft are going to be on the right side of the gaming industry right there, I'd have to say. I'm sure that a lot of people who own a Sony PS5 and Sony PS6 are going to give Sony a lot of backlash for their decision on stopping with the physical discs releases of games. Because, like I said, if you buy discs, then you're going to save up space, I would imagine, in your hard drive. And I mean, it's just Sony's stupid decision to do that. I mean, why would you even quit with the physical releases of games and release them on physical discs soon? I still don't see why that was your bright idea to stop with that. But you know, it's whatever. It's whatever. I mean, it just goes to show. Guess. But, yeah, Sony, you're gonna be, now that you're stopping with, physical discs being released for the Sony PS6, which is supposed to be out in, I think, is 2028 or 2029. I just couldn't imagine anything more. But, like I said, anything goes at this point. Anything goes at this point. I just don't know why Sony would just call it, we're just going to get rid of physical disc copy of games anymore and just go digital now. I don't know what that was about. I don't know what that was all about. I don't know what, but I can guarantee you, Sony, you're going to get a lot of backlash for this. And it's not going to be pretty for you. And what it's going to do with your company, what it's going to do to you as a company is people are going to say, like, hey, heck with Sony. I hate their decision making. I hate that they just go digital now. That stuff. You know what? You want me to continue buying a PS4? I'd say heck with it, man. I'd say heck with it. You're doing some bad marketing here, Sony. And, yeah. And when that criticism gets to be too much, what are you going to do? Sit on the sidelines and say, hey, we can't do anything about that. Well, so if that's the way that you want to be like that, I mean, it just figured out that was probably a stupid decision that you should have made. Back in 2026. You shouldn't have never made it. If you're going to receive a lot of backlash for going all digital in 2028, then I would have just advised you to be rethinking and say, like, hey, we need to get back to making physical disc games because this is what our customers want, and we can't deal with all the backlash of going only digital now. We need to get back to doing this because this is just making people upset and mad at us as a company, and we need to do something about this and do something different. We need to go back to making discs, like physical disc copies of games, because this is what our customers want and expect out of us, so we need to go back to that. I sure hope, Tony, that you would actually do exactly that, because I can tell you, as you going digital in 2028, yeah, I'll say a lot of people are not really happy with you. And it's going to make you look bad in 2028. When that time comes and you only go digital, people are probably going to be like, hey, heck with you, Sony. I'm not buying stuff from you anymore. And Nintendo and Microsoft are doing the complete opposite. They're still going to release physical copies of games. Nintendo doing physical cartridges and Microsoft doing physical discs. They still make games for PC, my goodness. And yeah. And yeah. Now, I'm sure a PC though, you'd have to download the data from the discs. And I think that's probably the same thing that a Xbox would have to do. But my point is, going only digital is a bad idea, Sony, and I can say it's gonna make you look bad as a company. And anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. The channel charges more. Again, please remember to keep your comments decent, not offensive. And, you know, guess Sony is gonna want to look bad in 2028 because of going all digital in 2028. And that's just all I have to say about that. Have a good day. I'll see you on my next video.